Hi everybody. Well, just like the title says, we did it all. Uh, it's been crazy, just crazy. I kind of had an idea in my head that I was going to make videos of everything we had done up to this point, and I had barely time to take a breath. It has been insanely busy. We started by putting the house up for sale in April. In 4 days, we had 3 offers, and we accepted one of the offers, and that went all pretty smooth. And then kind of after that, it went downhill. It was just all about the financing. We couldn't find out whether or not the financing was final, and you really can't plan on anything if you don't know if your house is sold. So anyway, about 7 days before the closing date, we had to make a decision. And the realtor had told us that he had heard nothing bad, so we went ahead and started to move. Well, at the same time, I needed to retire. Let my employer know that I wasn't going to be returning, and I really didn't want to give up my job if I was coming back. So that made it kind of tough, and finally I sent him a letter telling him that I wasn't going to come back. So anyway, during that time there was just a whirlwind of stuff going on. I moved our house by ourselves. Well, over 20 some years of living there, we got a whole bunch of stuff, and I thought that I was good at downsizing for this very thing, but it wasn't even close. We had to get rid of so much stuff to move here because this is so much smaller, and I moved everything myself except for a sofa and entertainment center that I ended up throwing in a dumpster, which is another story. To get rid of everything in a short period of time, I didn't have time to sit there with rummage sales and Craigslist. I wasn't even home half the time. I would be loading trailers and heading up here with different things depending on what was going on. During this time of moving, I was still building a shed, and so I was moving building materials up here along with that. Our realtor had access to a pretty nice trailer for moving at no charge, and so I used that to move most of our things up here. Sue went in, she would pack everything in boxes, and then I would take the boxes and load them up and drive up here. Well, that was like 7 hours of driving in a day. And then of course everything from here, we had double of everything. So sofas and beds and coffee tables and things like that I had to get rid of up here. So it was crazy. In the short term, what we ended up doing was renting a dumpster. I thought it was way too big, and I filled that thing to the top. I mean, I threw away way more stuff than what I really wanted to do, but we didn't have any options, really. Or I didn't have any options. Like I said, I didn't have the time to mess around with any of that. Okay, so like I said, 7 days before we were going to close, we still didn't know if this party had financing or not, and we started to move. Well, we got up here, got everything moved, and there was no turning back whether or not. It was so crazy that we went to the closing not knowing if this party had financing. And it was 18 minutes before we arrived that they got notification that the party had secured their money for their loan. And you talk about stress. I'm telling you, me and Sue, we were, well, more me than Sue, I think, was going through the roof. So anyway, we got everything moved up here, and it's been lack of storage, as we knew it would be. So my plan was, of course, I wanted to build a porch, so that's what we're trying to do right now. I have a contractor that's putting in a concrete slab. He's having some issues. His wife got sick, so he's had to take some time off, but when he returns and gets that slab poured, then I'll build a porch or have somebody build it. When I came up here, I knew that we were going to have a lot of things to do, so fishing has taken a back seat. I went out twice, just forced myself to take a little time and go out. I bought a new Trek Marlin 5 bike, and I've only gotten to ride that out in the forest once, and again, that was just forcing myself. Today it's been really good weather, but it's been raining now here for a couple days, so not much is getting done. I went and I bought another plastic shed, vinyl shed from Menards that I still have to put together, and hopefully I can get that together in pretty quick. I built a deck for that, a foundation for that, so I'm hoping tomorrow that the weather changes and I'll get that done. We ordered a new clothes washer, and that's going to be here hopefully next Thursday. I got some notes here that I'm looking at because there was so much that I wanted to say. Our life is finally settling down here. We're finally feeling like we belong here. It isn't a vacation, that this is where we're going to live. I go out every morning that I can and split some wood. I've got a lot of wood to split, and I figured, well, I don't want to kill myself, but get this wood split, because I don't know how, but it seems like trees that need to come down appear magically or something. So anyway, I've got that to do. I guess that's it. I just wanted to kind of get an update out there. Hopefully I'll have some more regular videos. I'm going to really try now, I think, depending on if it amps up again and I'm going like crazy, and it very well could, depending on the how fast I get that concrete poured and things like that. So anyway, keep tuned and I'll keep you up to date. Thanks for watching. See you next time.